Big hello to everyone across the universe. Are you starting to get anxious and working yourself up into a bit of a sweat? Are you finding it impossible to dig a pony? Are you making yourselves late for work because you're setting your alarm for the one after 9:09? Well, I'm not a doctor, but I've got a feeling that what you're suffering is a new epidemic known as Let It Be fever. But fear not, it's the 5th of October today, which means that the long and winding road is not as long and winding as it was. Because in 10 days' time, the Let It Be box sets are going to drop and you'll get back to feeling normal again. I'm really sorry. I should really apologise for that really cheesy introduction to this video. I promise I won't ever do that again. So if you've been suffering with Let It Be fever, sit back, relax, and I'll tell you how I've been coping. Before I do that, just want to say a big hi to the new subscribers and thank you everyone for your comments. Please give the video a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. By doing these things, you're helping to support my channel and helping it to grow, and the more it grows, the more videos I make, I suppose. So that's that. Before we get started on today's video, I just wanted to just let you know of things that are coming up. I think there'll probably be one more video before we do the unboxing of the Let It Be box sets, and I'll be doing the vinyl box set and the CD box set, so that'll be coming up as soon as they arrive at my house. I'll be having a look at those, and the one that I'm thinking about doing in between is we're going to have a look at, because it's about time we had some Paul McCartney on this channel. So I'm going to be looking at the Wings UK tour of 1979, of which I went to 3 gigs on that tour, including the concert for Kampuchea, and I'll be showing you a very unique piece of Wings memorabilia. Anyway, on with today's video. So once the news of the Let It Be box sets came, I'm very excited about it arriving, and it got me thinking about when I first started collecting Beatles records back in 1976, and when I got the Let It Be album, had a mate who was also coming on the Beatles journey with me, but he was a little bit further behind than me. And when he bought his Let It Be, he got his on a red Apple label in a gatefold sleeve, which was very different to mine. So mine was just this is the UK version, where you can see it's a laminated sleeve, both sides, and we've got a green apple there, but it's not gatefold. This is my original album. I've just spotted this, which I thought I'd show you. This is the inner sleeve, and I don't know if you can see, but I've just, for some reason, I'll be sitting on my bed as a teenager listening to this album, and I've decided to start writing the song titles on the inner sleeve. I obviously got bored after 4, but it just made me laugh when I saw that again, because that's just a little bit of the teenage me. But the UK Let It Be just looks like that, a normal green apple, and split on the other side. But my mate had what turned out to be the American copy, the US copy with the gatefold sleeve and the red apple, and I was always really envious his Red Apple, because I think that the only albums that were released on the Red Apple were the American Let It Be, and Ringo's Blast from the Past album, which I have got on a Red Apple. But I was very envious of his Let It Be, and his Let It Be was really weird because it was just totally warped. It was ridiculously warped. I've never seen a record so warped in all my life. But it played perfectly. But if you looked at it on the turntable, it was like that. Very, very weird indeed. Anyway, so I was thinking about this after the Let It Be announcement, and I was thinking, I want one of these. I want a Red Apple Let It Be. So I started searching for one, and I found one. I found one on eBay from a guy in the US, because these weren't generally available in the UK. How my mate got one, I don't know. He just bought it a regular record store. Anyway, when I started looking into the on eBay, there was a bit of a price differential between lots of different versions of this, the Let It Be on the Red Apple. And what I consequently found out was that in the early 70s, after the first press had sold out, they didn't print anymore. And what happened was because there was this is the Beatles' last album, because there was a demand for the Let It Be album. This gave an opportunity for counterfeiters to flood the market with counterfeit versions of the Let It Be album, and these counterfeit versions, I've subsequently found out, just found their way into normal record shops, Tower Records, and all sorts of normal record shops across the US. Anyway, so I got one. So here is my US Let It Be. The difference here is that the cover's not laminated; it's matte. And on the inside, you've got these pictures here. It's not in great shape, this one, but it's not too bad. That's the spine. It's kind of seen better days, and that's the back with the Red Apple there, and you can see the imprint of the disc, around the edges there. And this bit at the bottom gives the address of ABCO in New York, whereas the UK one has the Apple address on it. So it came in this inner sleeve, which has lots of other as adverts for lots of other Capitol albums, that are for sale at the time. You see the early Beatles on there, and Beatles 65, and Peter and Gordon, I Go to Pieces, and the Best of the Kingston Trio, Volume 2. Sounds great. And lots of others. Anyway, so this is what my my Red Apple label looks like, and it's a beauty. It is a beauty, and the record is in very good nick, and it sounds great. So I'm really happy to have this now. I think it cost more. I didn't pay a fortune for it. It wasn't cheap, but I didn't pay a fortune for it. But the postage and packing was pretty expensive to get it over from the US. But anyway, so what I thought I'd do is because I've found out about this counterfeit thing, I thought I've looked into it, researched it, and I thought I would explain how you tell the difference between a real one and a counterfeit one, and this is probably going to involve the mainly the American viewers of the video, but I want to know, after you've looked at the evidence, whether your copy of Let It Be on a red apple is a real one or a fake one. So we're going to look at the different clues. Right, so the first thing that you need to look at is the picture of George Harrison on the cover. You notice in this picture his skin tone looks normal, but then if we look at that, so that's the real one, and this one here is the fake one, where you can see that his skin tones are a little bit blurry and not quite right. The second thing is to look at the outline of the pictures. So each of the 4 pictures has got a white border. On the real copy, they're pretty thin, same as the UK. But on the counterfeit ones, they're a little bit thicker. So that's the first thing to look at. Now, the second thing is a little bit dubious, and that's the colour of the red apple. Now, the fake ones are basically photographs of the real ones, and they tend to be a little bit less vibrant. But it's quite difficult to tell because obviously over time, pictures fade a little bit, and so you can't tell. And my Blast from the Past, which does have a red apple, and there's no counterfeit copies of that. That is a little bit faded because it's quite it's old. It's 50 years old ish. Well, 45 years old. So that's not a great clue. But here's the real one, and here is the counterfeit copy. Now, but I wouldn't read too much into that, because, like I say, they can fade. But the real clue is this stamp here, which says Bell Sound, which should be stamped on both sides of the Let It Be album in the dead wax. It's quite difficult to photograph this, but the counterfeit versions won't have this because it is a stamp, and it's not just been scratched in. But what it does have, the guy that did the mastering at Bell Sound was a guy called Sam Feldman. So you can see his initials SF also scratched into the dead wax there. Now, the counterfeiters did try to copy that. So if you've got a counterfeit copy, you might have the SF, but you won't have the Bell Sound. If you haven't got the Bell Sound, then I'm afraid you've got a counterfeit copy. The penultimate thing, and this is there's a triangle here which says IAM, which it stands for the International Association of Machinists, who were the workers that did the pressing at the plants. Now, the counterfeiters also tried to copy it pretty badly, and here's an example of a faked triangle with IAM written in it. And the final thing, again in the dead wax, on both sides of the album, Phil and Ronnie, as in Phil and Ronnie spectre that was written in, and again the counterfeiters tried to copy this, and I haven't got a photo of the counterfeit copy, but this is the real copy, and you can see that the writing is quite big, and on the counterfeit copy it was much smaller, smaller lettering, and the whole thing was much smaller. So those are things to look out for. I want you to, if you've got a US copy of Let It Be, please check your copy. Let me know what you've got and what you haven't got, and now whether you think that the copy that you've got is real, or do you think you've got a counterfeit one. Now you're armed with the information. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please give us a like, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.